If I had $1 million, I could actually pay it for knowing these 9 study tips. Quality is more important than speed. For some reason, many students think that if you learned everything quickly, it means that you learned everything qualitatively. It often happens that you missed a lot of material, didn't remember something important, and so on. But you did it quickly. I'm not saying that you should study slowly, no, because I myself have made videos and more than one about how to study faster. I'm saying that it's important to do it qualitatively, and if there is a choice between doing it quickly or qualitatively, then I would rather choose qualitatively. Of course, I will spend more time, but I will remember the material for a longer period of time, and will not miss anything important. Discipline is more important than motivation. Everyone has had a time when you don't feel like sitting down and studying. It can happen for different reasons. Maybe you're lazy, you want to play games instead, go for a walk with friends, and so on. It's in such cases when there is no motivation to study that discipline comes into play, with the help of which you can learn everything you need. Because if you wait for motivation to study, it can take a lot of time. The main thing is to know why you're studying, to understand what you will get. For example, you will be able to enter a cool university. If you know why you are studying, it will be much easier for you to use discipline. Be sure to write a goal. I very often notice only a small amount of students have written goals, because it often happens that many know them, think about them, but they are not written. If you write them, you will be able to see them. You will be able to take this piece of paper and read your goals. For example, every day to know what you want to achieve. As I said, you will be able to become disciplined, and this will affect the achievement of the goal. You will be able to do it faster. Take breaks. You don't need to study for 5 hours in a row without rest. This will have a very bad effect on you. You will get very tired. Instead, it's better to study for example, 50 minutes and then rest for 10 minutes. You can even study for 20 minutes and then 5 minutes of rest. It depends on your goals, on how much you want to rest, and so on. Because people are different, so you can create such minutes that will be best for you. If you think that breaks are a waste of time, then you are wrong. Even for 10 minutes you can distract yourself with something else and rest, and then return to studying with renewed energy. Plan your day. Plan in advance when and how much time you want to study, how much to rest, and when to go for a walk with friends, have fun. If you have a clear plan what and when you must do during the day, then you will know what needs to be done, what can be postponed to the next day, for example if you don't have time today. And the main thing is that you don't forget to do something. You don't even need to remember that now I'm reading a book, then I need to do this task, then another. You will already have it all written down, and all that remains for you is just follow this plan in a disciplined manner. Teach someone. If it's very important to remember something, but you can't remember the material because it's too difficult, then try to teach someone. That is, explain this material to someone in simple words, as you understand it. After all, when you explain something to someone, you are repeating the material again, and with the help of this, you can even understand whether you understand it well or not, because you may feel that you have learned everything, and when the teacher tells you to explain, you will not be able to do it. If you don't know who to explain it to, you can even just tell it to yourself. Make studying a game. In the last video I talked about how you can do this, and it will help you that you will be able to study with more desire and motivation, because when you play games, it's difficult to distract you. Your thoughts are now only about the game, and you can do this with studying too. As I said in the last video, I explained it in detail how you can do it, so I don't want to repeat the same thing. After this video you can watch it. Periodically repeat the material. Our memory is not infinite, and if we don't use the information that we study, the brain will forget this, because why do we need this? So if you have an exam in some subject, and you know that what you are studying now you will need on the exam, then periodically repeat the material. I'm not saying that you need to reread the entire topics completely. You can read only the most important things, and then read in more detail during preparation for the exam. This way you will not forget what's important to you, and you will need to study less before the exam, because you will already know most of it. Make studying a habit. If you constantly study, even a little, for example read half a page of a book, or even less, the main thing is to do it regularly. You can create a schedule of your choice. Then your brain will get used to it, and you will not need to use willpower. It will simply become your routine. And if you have such a habit for a long period of time, then you will notice that it's much better for you to sit down and study something than not to do it. Because if you don't do it, then you will feel like if you didn't do anything important today.